Good morning, Tennessee Valley. Welcome. We're back and better than ever. Good morning to you, Tennessee Valley. I'm Matt Ryerson. I'm your occasional Tuesday morning host. This is, to my left, Matthew Tolbert.
Paul Ryan to your Mitt Romney, Matt.
Very nice. And the lovely Sarah Anderson.
Can you make a political statement about that?
There's no need. You outshine them both.
But I noticed you don't have a name at the bottom yet, so you're not even really.
Oh, there you are.
Whoa.
Thank you.
Yes.
You did not exist until we got that
Just
name up there.
now. Excellent. Excellent. Well, welcome, Tennessee Valley. We're glad you joined us on this lovely Tuesday morning. It's beautiful. It's been beautiful the last couple days.
Oh, man. Cool at night and not too hot during the day. Oh, it's
Where
great.
has this been all summer?
I know,
it's been
right?
Fantastic. So we're glad you're joining us. Hope we're looking forward to a wonderful day. The weekend was fantastic. How about you guys? Any big events?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't have too many big events. Football started.
Football started.
That's the biggest event of all.
That's all day Sunday, right?
Yeah,
and all day Saturday,
But
potentially.
exactly.
I know Sarah knows what we're talking about.
Football.
My son started soccer this weekend.
Wow.
Which
That's
is
exciting.
always legendary stories associated with this. So he has been bumped up a league because he was in kindergarten
He's
league.
taller and
Right, now he's in first grade league. And so now they keep score.
Oh, that's
So
a big
it's-
deal. When they
Right,
start.
right. Half the kids can't count, but they're keeping score
They're still
somehow.
playing over in the grass somewhere.
But my son was on defense at one point in the game, and my wife runs over to take pictures of him. And she's yelling, classic mom, Jackson, look at the camera. And he says, Mom, I can't. I gotta stay focused.
Oh.
Focused? You're just trying to kick the ball. You don't even know what direction you're going, but he is focused. He is ready.
I actually took my daughter up to Gatlinburg. We went up to Ober-Gatlinburg up on the top there.
Yeah.
We went ice skating.
Really?
For the first time, my daughter has been ice skating.
That's cool.
And it was cool. Actually, it felt good too. It was cold in the rink, and she did really well. And then she was with my dad. My dad was kind of holding her hand. She didn't want to do it without holding hands, of course. And they got their feet tangled up.
Yeah.
She face planted.
Oh, no.
Boom! Right down there. Busted her tooth. It got loose, and she's bleeding and everything.
Awesome. She's like a hockey player.
I know, exactly. That's what I thought. I was like, oh, she's like a hockey
Put a stick
player.
in her hand, just pull that.
So
tooth.
I grabbed her and I skated out with her, and she had like blood and everything else, and so she was crying, and that lasted about 5 minutes, and then she said, Daddy, I want to go ice skating.
Nice.
She went right back out on the
awesome.
ice, and yeah.
That's a hockey player right
That's
there.
what I'm talking
They
about.
put her in some sort of sports or something.
Well,
That's
she's
Stitch
awesome.
me up, Dad. Stitch me
She's
up.
not in sports right now. She's in dance.
Okay.
So she is
Well, that's
very
athletic, yeah.
athletic.
Very
Very-
much like hockey.
No, well, I don't know. Have you ever
There's a
seen
certain
ballet?
amount of grace.
Those ballerinas, they
have
get into
insane
about the same
muscles.
amount of fights as a hockey league or
Those
hockey
young
team does.
ones that throw down at a moment's
They
notice.
do. I'm telling you.
I love it.
I'm
love
saying, and they do it very flexible too.
I
Like
was-
kicking people.
I was a big hockey player as a kid. I enjoyed
Really?
that. Did you ice skate? I mean, do you know how to ice skate?
I know how, but I mean, I was never really very good. I mean, I can stay up, and I don't know what it's called, but on one skate and you kind of glide and put your leg up behind you and.
I don't
I got
know what that's
pictures.
called. They
I
don't
got-
do that in hockey. You see.
That's figure skating. I think.
Yes, that's a whole different sport.
Yeah, my wife called me Brian Boitano, but they're up on Facebook right now. Pictures of me doing that up on Facebook.
Facebook Matt Tolbert. Check out his photos.
Yes,
Because that could be interesting.
that it is. It is. It's fun.
Did you ice skate, Sarah?
Do I ice skate?
Yeah.
Yeah, I grew up ice skating. I actually have damaged various parts of my body ice skating in the past. You can just bruise things really
But
badly. when
did you
She
actually
threw
were you
down the
like
gloves and
Yeah.
Were you like a figure
fighting.
skater?
No, I just did it. I had friends that took lessons,
you
so I learned a little bit,
just
but
for play.
just for
It wasn't like serious, like
No.
horseback riding or
no, it
something.
wasn't serious.
Right. Okay.
But what our audience might not know is that you're a big horseback rider.
I did grow up horseback riding.
Did you wear those pants that kind of flare out at the edges?
What?
No.
What
I
are you
don't know
talking
what
about?
pants are.
Riding pants. Don't the
Western
riding
pants have like
The flare.
have things.
Did
But
you
I
wear
was
the
English.
chaps And
Yeah,
a cowboy hat?
I wore half chaps because I was an English rider, so I didn't.
Oh.
And I didn't.
Side
I did
saddle?
do some barrel racing. No,
Aren't
You
women
wore the
supposed to-
helmet, or did
English-
you wear a cowboy hat?
a helmet.
Oh.
A helmet?
Did
That's
jumping
safe.
and I
You
was
don't see
required
cowboys
to,
wearing helmets.
No,
though.
Western they don't wear helmets. They wear.
Well, it's not as
cowboy
cool,
hats.
not as tough.
Yeah.
So you're
they can
English.
also
Did you
get
have to
severely
actually
injured.
speak like the Queen?
Yes, that's exactly. Yes, you must speak in proper.
No, I mean,
The
British.
Queen's English?
Yeah.
yeah, well, not like it's going to be called the Queen's English much longer.
Oh,
Soon it will be the King's
oh,
English.
man.
No, don't talk about
It's going to
her
be the
again.
King's English here pretty
I'm
soon.
sorry,
Stop
Queen
it.
Elizabeth.
I'll stop.
Oh. Folks, we have a great show for you today. We have our entertainment correspondent here, obviously Sarah Anderson. We have our political analyst, Mylan Blake, coming in to talk about the upcoming November elections, which should stir some debate.
October 3rd is the first debate.
Yes, and we have the legendary, the things that matter.
You know it.
Stick with us. We'll be right back.
Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast in Cleveland, is the place to find quality pre-owned cars and trucks. Kyle offers on-the-spot financing on all vehicles on the lot. Each pre-owned vehicle goes through a complete inspection to make sure each car and truck meets the Kyle Motors standard. Warranty and extended warranties available on all vehicles. Kyle Motors will sell you a car or truck that you will be proud to drive for many years to come. See Tony, Bill, Dale, James, or David and let them put you in your next quality pre-owned vehicle. Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast. Phone 790-7100.
At Crawford Pharmacy, we offer custom compounding. Our pharmacists are known for their attention to detail and unique expertise. So visit us at 2260 Chambliss Avenue, Cleveland, Tennessee. For personal assistance, walk right in or come up to our convenient drive-thru. Crawford Pharmacy, serving our community one person at a time.
Has your disability application been denied? Are you frustrated with the administration's processing of your claim? Do you feel as though the administration simply does not understand why you cannot work? You're not alone. My name is Matthew Coleman, and I'm an attorney representative. I find that many of my clients share these concerns and others. As a representative, it's my job to communicate your claim to the administration in a language that they can understand. As an attorney, it's my duty to fight for the disability benefits that you deserve. Come talk to me. The Social Security Law Center at Logan Thompson, PC.
Featuring some of the South's most scenic views, the Mountain View Inn has been a landmark in the Cleveland community for over 40 years. Our executive guest quarters with flat screen TVs and excellent bedding will make any guest comfortable. Carrie's Restaurant is one of Cleveland's favorite, with one of the best buffets around.
Hello, and on behalf of the Hughes family, thank you for so many years of your business and your friendship.
Town Americana, where trucks are big and bold, and a handshake is firm, and your word is gold. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens is a $2,000 drive. Maybe you're coming from here or here, doesn't matter. Buying a truck from Don Ledford in Athens will save you at least $2,000. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens, a $2,000 drive worth making.
I'll take that drive every time.
Now back to.
I like that
Yeah.
opener.
Now
Yeah,
back
that's
to
really-
us.
I mean, we're gone for a few weeks, and they upgrade everything.
I know.
It's
I know.
fancy.
It's outstanding. I also saw Richie Hughes in one of those commercials. I don't know if that helps business or no. Richie's one of our co-chairs for the United Way campaign. Actually, good friends with John Smoltz. Has fantastic stories about playing golf with John Smoltz. But
Did you just name drop? You just name dropped.
I name drop. That's what I do. Allison Pierce's mom is also watching us.
Oh, hey.
Allison's mom.
Oh, regular viewer, isn't she?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
She's with us every week, so we want to say hi to her. But right now, we're going to move on to our entertainment correspondent because we want to get the hard-hitting news on this show.
We need the insider.
really
That's
important
right.
thing.
The exclusive look at Hollywood, our insider, Sarah Anderson.
Good morning, everyone. Well, first, there is a man, John Mayer, musician.
Yes.
Notorious for dating, like, serial dater.
Womanizer.
Well-known womanizer in Hollywood. And he's an excellent, incredible, well-known musician. But he has dated everyone. And he has used everyone. And they always end horribly.
You're not speaking from experience.
No, I'm not.
Did you date John Mayer? You did. You dated John Mayer. I thought there was a tone of bitterness.
Yeah, it sounded like you're like a little bitter there. It's
Sarah,
like,
breaking news.
He uses them
Right
and then
here.
he sends them to the curb.
Live, Tennessee Valley this morning.
No, I'm not quite famous enough for John Mayer.
Oh, okay. So
But
all the famous
here's
women,
here's a little quiz for you two.
Okay.
It's just one question, and viewers, please play along if you know.
Score this at home, please.
Which of the following has John Mayer not dated?
Okay.
A. Jennifer Aniston. B. Jennifer Love Hewitt. C. Kristen Stewart. Or D. Taylor Swift.
I know the answer.
I know he dated Taylor Swift because she wrote a song
about
Dear John,
and he came out and said, the song's not about me, which I found humorous. And
Because it probably is. If you're going to say that, then it means
so
it's about
we're going to go
you.
process of elimination. I think John Mayer,
He did date Jennifer Aniston.
he did date Jennifer
I remember
Aniston.
that. Didn't last very long.
Isn't she much older than him?
But yeah, she is.
Okay.
She's like 10 years or something. But
Is she engaged now?
She's happily engaged now.
yeah, she is.
Okay.
Yeah.
See,
to a
there's
good guy,
something-
apparently.
Yes.
Not
Something
somebody
about
who's
that
been-
whole rebound relationship.
So then it's between Jennifer Love Hewitt and Kristen Stewart.
You know, I love Jennifer Love Hewitt. I love her. I just think she's fantastic.
I think
I
though.
hope it's not her.
No, I think she dated him.
Oh.
I think because I don't think Kristen Stewart's been around long enough. I
No,
think she
she's
dated.
fairly young, and she's been dating.
She's been dating Robert Pattinson.
Edward,
Yes, Edward.
as we know him.
So what do you think? You see Kristen Stewart?
I'm gonna go with Kristen Stewart.
Yeah.
Good job, gentlemen.
Yeah?
Yes.
Yes.
Ah.
And yes, to clarify, Jennifer Aniston and he did date shortly after the
broke
whole
up with
thing happened
Vince
with.
Vaughn.
And J. Love Hewitt was the song "Your Body Is a Wonderland."
Yeah, from
is
his first album.
reportedly-
That's
yeah,
like 10
and
years
that's
ago.
reportedly about her.
Wow, that's a little awkward.
Yeah, which is
Don't really need to know that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. How would you like to date her after that and say, well, geez.
Her body was a wonderland. What is my body?
And then yeah, Taylor Swift did write the song "Dear John" shortly after the breakup, scathing song about.
She's kind of into that.
She really
She's
is.
that
I think she
teen
only
angst.
dates guys so that she can write songs about them.
Yeah, I think
makes
she's going to
sense.
probably lose out. I think guys are going to stop dating her for that reason.
Well, but right now she's dating a Kennedy, so I mean the girl can't be too.
They may have,
Too
they
hard
may
on
have
so
had
far.
a contract
There might be
beforehand.
something,
You can't talk about us. That's a whole different, it's a family there. I wouldn't mess with them. But she does kind of own that whole, I'm 15 and I'm dating and not dating. I'm angry.
But she's
Yeah.
not 15. She's like 22.
Now she's 22. Yeah.
Really, she acts. She seems very 15.
Yes, she does.
Her songs, the mentality that has come with her songs has kept the same the last 7 years since she started. Since like Teardrops on My Guitar, the songs have all been that same. Like you
Right.
said, that they're all.
I
just
dated a
sad,
boy, and the
weepy.
boy
Yeah,
broke
he
up with
jumped
me,
and broke
and-
my heart, and blah. And now her newest song, "We're Never Getting Back Together," is based off of a recent relationship as well. So they're all.
Really?
You're
I
being
mean,
kind of down on Taylor Swift.
Anyway, let's
the
continue.
truth is, though, Matt's right.
She's
would
a
you date
wonderful,
her?
beautiful girl.
I mean, would you date?
Is she wonderful? Do you know her?
Well, I'm just saying.
If she called and her
That's
people
my-
called and said, "Hey, do you want to go out?" I'd be like,
My thing is, yeah, I
I'm
couldn't
not
date
sure.
someone that I know is going to later
I
write
know,
a
right?
song
It's
about me.
it would
Unless
warrant everything you did in the
defaming
The
me.
relationship.
great thing is that John Mayer's a songwriter. He should write a song about her.
That
Call
may
it
happen. Yeah.
Swift.
He's
Swiftly ended.
Yeah.
well. Speaking
Yeah.
of writing songs, He's now dating Katy Perry, who, when they break up, will probably write a song about him.
Oh
so it's
my
great.
gosh, Katy Perry?
Yes.
Don't we like her?
And we do like her.
Yes.
That's what's bad.
Well, I'm
not sure. Which one is she?
Well, she got divorced, right?
Yeah,
She
divorced
got
that
Russell
comedian.
Brand.
Yes,
and so
yes.
she had like a quick little rebound in between, and now she and John Mayer have been dating for a little bit. And so
just
they're
wrong.
It's gonna
we're
end
gonna
badly,
see
isn't
what's
it?
It's gonna end badly.
It's
It always
probably
does.
gonna end, but Katie will only look the better for it because she already has the wounded girl thing going for her.
Maybe
that will
John
only
Mayer
improve.
is that guy. That guy when you break up and you're down and out and you know he's going to dump you, but you're going to be.
But you need that.
Yeah,
and then
everybody
you will
will
get,
look highly.
Exactly. You only gain from it, other than the
John
heartbreak that comes
Mayer
with it, you
is
get-
a stepping stone.
He's taking one for the team. That
Kind of.
guy's really actually nice.
Yeah, he's
He's
nice.
helping her out.
It's
And
kind
he
of
gets
like
to date
Good
a lot
Luck
of beautiful
Chuck.
women too. Whatever that,
Yeah.
you know.
See, we've just
He's kind of a
corrected his
jerk.
whole
I
reputation right
actually
here on
kind
the
of
show.
don't like him anymore. I mean, I liked him there for about 2 seconds, and now I don't like him. Okay.
Well, and back to Kristen Stewart.
Oh.
So she, of course, and Robert, her long-term, 3-year-long boyfriend from the beginning of the Twilight series, co-stars on that movie, they broke up over the summer. Horrific,
Because of her.
because she cheated with the director from the movie
Snow
White and the Huntsman. So this, of course, got thrown. You can't. I don't know how you can think you can get away with cheating when
I
you're
know, right?
when you're that in that much public eye.
Well,
Cameras
weren't
all-
they in public too? And they got their
Yeah, they were
pictures.
in
Yeah, they were like standing
It's like what,
outside.
paparazzi
kissing.
doesn't exist for you or something?
Yeah.
So that's been, back and forth. Her life has been, completely even more so thrown
And
in
then
the
she
tabloids.
came out publicly and apologized
She
to
did.
him
There was a
because
big-
he wasn't taking her calls or something.
Yeah. And he went actually and hid at Reese Witherspoon's
Who I
home,
really love.
who was incredible. Yeah, and they'd been co-stars on Water for Elephants, and so he went and hid out with her whole family, with the approval of her husband and everything. Just went, and it wasn't like, I'm saying it was a completely platonic thing.
at this
just to
point,
clarify.
Reese
Witherspoon is
qualified.
married, and our Pats went to go stay
to just
with
go
the
stay
family.
with the family.
Yes,
Yes,
not just with
for
Reese.
a few weeks.
Well, I'm guessing she has some extra rooms.
Yeah, probably some
Maybe an
space
extra
there.
house
Yeah,
somewhere.
her home is referred to as a compound. So yes, I think
Yeah,
there's some space. And Kristen, of course, recently this has been back in the news the last week or so because they're about to start touring for the opening of the final installment of the Twilight Saga, and she was quoted as saying, "Things will be fine, totally fine." Like that, yeah. They're gonna be fine.
It's good.
It's
Stop
okay.
asking
Totally.
Don't worry about
questions. It's good. It's fine.
It's
Just
all
move
fine.
on.
Yeah.
Well, my family.
You know what
is
she's gonna
a
do?
huge
She's gonna start dating
John
Jacob.
Meyer.
Jacob.
Jacob.
She'll just go to.
She'll just start dating Jacob.
That would be
Go to the Wolfie
legendary.
side.
That'd be great, wouldn't it? What's his
My-
name? Taylor
Lautner.
Lautner.
She'll just start dating Taylor Lautner. He's better looking than him.
Who I was cheering for all along.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I tell you what, we're huge Twilight fans at my house, and my wife more than I am, but. This story takes on because the Twilight fans are so
invested in that relationship.
they
think it's a real thing.
Yeah, it's
They're
like this-
psychotic about it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
There's a reason why we call them Twihards.
Yeah, exactly.
And this
Which
is the last movie, so they only
Yes.
have to do this tour one more time. Can you imagine if they had to do another movie and film another movie
and beat
together?
it. Yeah, I'm glad that this happened.
And, like,
after.
Oh,
I
yeah.
can't
Maybe that's
imagine
what she
trying
was
to create
waiting
that
for.
chemistry. Maybe
Maybe it just
wrap
creates
on
a
the
lot
last
of good
movie
conflict and
yeah.
controversy for the
Which
movie,
will-
so people will watch it.
Yes,
more.
it will only do good things for because women, by women I mean 14-year-olds, are crazy. We're threatening her, saying she's a moron. Just this horrific. The girl's like 21.
And they were dating.
They were together,
yeah,
and she made a
they're not
mistake.
married.
But they're
I
not
mean,
exactly. They weren't. Anyway, it's just absurd.
Yeah.
This.
Yeah, I mean, Kristen Stewart shouldn't have done it, but let's give her a break.
Yeah.
I mean, death
She's
threats
been
probably
very-
aren't
yeah,
necessary.
not
I know.
okay.
If you were dating him too, I mean, you'd probably want to leave him too.
I can't imagine he has much personality.
You know,
He seems
well,
very
he's a
stony.
vampire.
Yeah. Well, neither
It's
of them.
true.
They're
Have I
both
crossed
very.
lines here
Well,
again?
no, he'll be around forever though. That's the good point. I mean,
Yeah,
You could
exactly.
date
He
him
can date
100
other-
years from
you
now.
can wait later. Do it later.
This director's going
Or
to
you
die
know,
off.
eventually it's going to end. You're going to die. He's going to live on and date somebody else. So
Okay.
Well, in less vapid news, and to connect, I know we have Mylan coming on here in a minute. We had several celebrities at the DNC convention.
Yes.
I guess was repetitive. Democratic National Convention, that's not necessarily. Last week, one of them was Scarlett Johansson. She got up, and of course
One of my top favorites.
she's, superstar. Hasn't
Yes.
done as much recently, but has done some incredible work.
Well, she did. She was in Avengers.
Yes,
Which was a
and
huge movie
they refer to
this
her as
year.
the Avengers star.
Yeah.
Did she endorse Obama?
Yes.
Then I will vote for him. Does anybody do that? I mean,
Because
well,
Scarlett Johansson.
if George Clooney says it's good, then I'm
Then
going for
exactly.
it.
Well, George. I mean, all right. Go
Well,
ahead.
basically, her speaking wasn't even to. Obviously, she was speaking at the DNC, so she was endorsing.
Yes.
But her speech was more just to say, youth, like, why are we not voting? Between
Right.
the ages of 18 and 24, only 50% of eligible voters in 2008 voted. So
Right.
how is that? That shouldn't be happening. Obviously, and that's even higher than I thought it was. But she basically just spoke about growing up when she was really little in New York. Her family had nothing, and that they were reliant at that time on social
Services.
yeah. And nonprofits and stuff. So she was mainly just speaking just for an awareness, and she said, I don't care who you vote for, you just need to vote.
Yeah.
Which is it's really important right now, I think, for
Yeah.
the younger generation to at least
The Rep-
wake up and pay attention a little bit.
The Republicans also had a star speak at their convention.
Is that what he did? Speak.
That was the weird. Did you see that?
I saw
I
it.
haven't seen it, I've just read
Well,
about it.
and for anybody watching isn't aware, Clint Eastwood came
Yeah.
out and spoke at the
Now,
Republican National
it was the
Convention.
empty chair.
The empty
Yes.
chair.
But now, apparently, and maybe, I don't know, maybe you know this, apparently that is a bit that Bob Newhart used to do
Oh, really?
with the empty chair. Not with the president, but it was the empty chair, and then he'd talk. And Bob Newhart was always this kind of like bumbling, stumbling
Yeah,
over his
yeah.
words type
We
of
love Bob,
character. And he'd like, what, oh, and then he would do this stuff. And apparently Clint Eastwood was trying to do that bit, but put that political spin on it. And I don't think that really translated.
Yeah, I think it should have just been Clint Eastwood, just be.
Yeah, it didn't really translate to that, but I think what he was trying to do was a legitimate kind of bit that just didn't.
Now they call it Eastwooding.
Yeah.
He's got his. Once your name becomes a verb, it's,
Yeah,
Like
it's
T-Bone?
not a good
yeah,
thing.
it's not a good thing.
Did you see the Denver Broncos? The guy T-bowed last night on the Denver
Really?
Broncos T-bowed. All right, I'm sorry.
I mean, that's.
That's it.
Scarlett
like,
Johansson.
yeah.
I mean, why else? Where else do we need to say?
I mean, I have some other things, but that was a little more serious
Yes.
note.
Yes.
We
And
had
it's
one
nice
random
to-
celebrity wedding this weekend that was unannounced.
Who-
Blake Lively and now I
he?
can't even.
That's a
Blake
girl.
Lively is a girl. She was on Gossip Girl.
There you go.
And
No, that's
Ryan-
legitimate. Blake Shelton.
That's
Blake
why.
Lively.
That's
You
why I have
never
you.
know. Yeah,
that's why I have you to
it's a
update me
female.
on this stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I
And
thought.
Ryan Reynolds.
Well, speaking of what?
Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively, they've been dating for several.
Ryan
well,
Reynolds
since
have been married
summer-
like 5 times.
He was married to connect to Scarlett Johansson. He was married to Scarlett Johansson for a while. They divorced in, I think, December of 2010. Then he started dating Blake summer 2011. They went to a film festival together. And then
That's a nice
they're both
first date.
gorgeous.
Yeah.
So basically it was just one of those.
It's just
they're
pretty people
they're
getting married.
beautiful people.
That'll
Yeah.
last for a few
Johansson,
They
years.
haven't-
why didn't those two kids make it work out?
I don't know. They're both
know,
gorgeous
right?
too. I don't know.
Well, it's
what
because
happened with it.
they end up having to be in love scenes with other people in other films.
It's
and then they
awkward.
get
Yeah, I can't
all-
imagine that.
It's got to be awkward.
That's what happened with our pets.
What about Angelina and Brad? Aren't they married? Are they married now, or are they getting married?
They got engaged. I don't think they've actually.
They're not going to
had
get
the
married
royal wedding
though,
yet.
until
Everyone can get married.
Everyone
Well,
can get married.
they did say that. I think they actually recanted on that because
Oh.
the engagement.
That's a
when the
great way to go
engagement
into a
happened-
wedding.
Yeah, to say
to make a commitment
Yeah,
and
and
then
then
break
we're
it.
actually gonna say no.
So that we can
Commitment
make
to-
vows to commit to one
to
another.
all the people, and then yeah.
You know what'll happen? They'll get married, and then 2 years later, they're like, "Wow, we should never have gotten married," and they'll divorce.
We're going to
or something.
recant
Yeah.
on this whole marriage thing. It wasn't really a good idea. Living together was much better.
And
Yeah.
having like 17 children.
Yeah. You know, they do a lot of great
They
charity
do.
work.
No, they
really
and
do.
she's. They're both very active, and obviously she's been very involved in all of the countries her children have come from. So.
Yeah.
And they're
Great
still able. To,
ambassadors
they're
Cambodia.
still able to do
Yeah.
movies too, for some reason,
Yeah.
despite all the other things they do.
Thank you, Sarah Anderson.
You're welcome.
Always good.
It's enlightening.
Always good.
Very enlightening.
You stick around for a few more segments?
Of course I can.
Excellent. Next up, we have Mylan Blake, our political analyst, talk about the upcoming November elections.
Talk about Scarlett Johansson.
Stick with us. We'll be right back.
Town Americana, where trucks are big and bold, and a handshake is firm, and your word is gold. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens is a $2,000 drive. Maybe you're coming from here or here, doesn't matter. Buying a truck from Don Ledford in Athens will save you at least $2,000. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens, a $2,000 drive worth making.
I'll take that drive every time.
Featuring some of the South's most scenic views, the Mountain View Inn has been a landmark in the Cleveland community for over 40 years. Our executive guest quarters with flat screen TVs and excellent bedding will make any guest comfortable. Carrie's Restaurant is one of Cleveland's favorite, with one of the best buffets around.
Hello, and on behalf of the Hughes family, thank you for so many years of your business and your friendship.
Has your disability application been denied? Are you frustrated with the administration's processing of your claim? Do you feel as though the administration simply does not understand why you cannot work? You're not alone. My name is Matthew Coleman, and I'm an attorney representative. I find that many of my clients share these concerns and others. As a representative, it's my job to communicate your claim to the administration in a language that they can understand. As an attorney, it's my duty to fight for the disability benefits that you deserve. Come talk to me. The Social Security Law Center at Logan Thompson, PC.
At Crawford Pharmacy, we offer custom compounding. Our pharmacists are known for their attention to detail and unique expertise. So visit us at 2260 Chambliss Avenue, Cleveland, Tennessee. For personal assistance, walk right in or come up to our convenient drive-thru. Crawford Pharmacy, serving our community one person at a time.
Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast in Cleveland, is the place to find quality pre-owned cars and trucks. Kyle offers on-the-spot financing on all vehicles on the lot. Each pre-owned vehicle goes through a complete inspection to make sure each car and truck meets the Kyle Motors standard. Warranty and extended warranties available on all vehicles. Kyle Motors will sell you a car or truck that you will be proud to drive for many years to come. See Tony, Bill, Dale, James, or David and let them put you in your next quality pre-owned vehicle. Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast. Phone 790-7100.
Now, back to Tennessee Valley this morning. I love that. Joe Palo, nice work.
This is Tennessee. You see the Tennessee Valley's out right there behind us.
It is. It is. We're on the edge here of the valley. Welcome back,
awesome.
Tennessee Valley, on this beautiful Tuesday morning. We have our very special guest and timely guest, Mylan Blake, our political analyst.
Good morning, guys. How are
morning.
you?
Welcome. Welcome.
Thank you.
It is the silly season. It is crazy.
Silly season, okay.
As mentioned in the segment before by our entertainment correspondent, who's clearly an expert in all things political.
Yeah, I know.
Both the Republican National
Everybody's
Convention.
probably going to go get a cup of coffee right now.
They already know it's sugar.
The Republican National and the Democratic National Convention.
And surprisingly, Barack Obama was nominated as a presidential candidate on the Democratic side,
Yep.
and Mitt Romney was nominated as a Republican
Which was
candidate.
a shocker, but hey.
Blew me away, caught me off guard.
Yes.
So now we're heading into November. What do we got? What's going on? What happens between now and then, Mylan?
Right now, I think they just get out their message in those 4 or 5 key states, really. Obviously, Florida and Ohio have, in the last, 3 elections become key states, but I think I saw something the other day that North Carolina, Virginia will also be very key states as well. So you'll see them focus on those 4 or 5
Didn't
states.
Obama win North Carolina and Virginia?
Yes.
And they had typically been red states in the past, so that's why they're in contention now.
Yeah, so right now you'll just see a lot of emphasis on those 4 states and throughout the country as well, I guess, for the most part. But, Florida and Ohio, I think, are the 2 main states that you'll see them a lot in.
Are we going to see these guys head to head? Are they going to do debates like traditionally?
Yeah, I think there's 3 debates and there's 1 vice presidential debate.
Okay.
Yeah, Yeah.
Who do you see as a favorite in that? And I know that people can evaluate differences in political standing, where they stand on particular policies or issues. But when they're up there on the stage, who do you think? Because I'm not familiar with Mitt Romney.
President Obama is a great debater. I'll give him that. There's no doubts about that. But you got to also think Romney, of all the debates they had during the Republican, how many mornings did we sit here and talk about the debates? So he's obviously had plenty of debates to get up to speed. A lot of experience.
And those debates, and he might do that this time too, is he would turn and face people and actually talk directly to them it was like a very pointed type thing. You think we're going to see that with him going up against the president?
Who knows? I know he's practicing. I've seen a couple of news articles and stuff that he's practicing and stuff like that. So they're getting ready for the debates. The debates. I don't know if the debates are going to be as decisive, or that people are going to say, "Oh, I'm going to change because of it." But they have the debates. The vice presidential debate's the one that I think everybody's kind of, for the entertainment factor, is
well,
looking
anytime
forward to.
you get Joe Biden up there,
Joe Biden,
it's going to be fun.
And Paul Ryan. That should be very interesting.
Well, Paul Ryan's smart, so I could see those debates being really interesting.
Right.
That debate being really
those
interesting.
tickets are go pretty high to get to that one.
It'll be interesting. Although Paul Ryan said he ran a marathon in under 3 hours, which then I was going to obviously vote for them, and then he kind of backtracked on that, so it might have been longer than 3 hours.
I guess it'll be interesting also if they
he's kind of a say something and backtrack.
He's a flip-flopper.
He's a bit of a flip-flopper.
Clearly. On health-related issues, I'm saying it now, Paul Ryan is a flip-flopper.
Okay. All right.
I actually know
Write
very
that one
little.
down.
I know very little about Paul Ryan.
And there's also, just to be fair, Gary Johnson, the Libertarian, who's going to be on the ballot as well.
Well, that's your guy.
That's your guy.
I'm a big fan, but now wait a minute.
I know, right?
Tell us a little bit about Gary Johnson.
Well,
Matt.
apparently
he's the marathon man. He's big on triathlons.
He's
apparently Gary Johnson. Apparently, there's this Facebook political
match
yourself with a candidate type of thing.
Yeah.
And I took it. I matched myself up with Gary Johnson,
well, there
just
you
like
go.
you.
Right here. Here we are, starting the office, the campaign office locally here in Bradley County. Gary Johnson for president.
Apparently my views match up with Gary Johnson, so I need to get to know this guy.
So you're a libertarian, huh?
Apparently.
Wow.
I didn't even know what that was.
You could probably be the chairman of the Bradley County Libertarian Party. I'm sure that
Population 2.
I'm
sure that position is available right now.
All right, you'll be secretary.
I'd be happy to do that. Excellent. So
you got the November election coming up, and I guess the key dates that you need to remember is that if you want to participate in this election, you need to register to vote by October 8th at 5 o'clock down at the Election Commission. And early voting will start October 17th.
And you want to vote in this election?
Yes.
You want to vote in all elections?
You want to vote in all of the elections, obviously. But this one is obviously, the biggest one.
Yeah. October 8th, you go down to the election offices, which here in Bradley County are downtown.
Yeah, we're there on 155 Broad Street at the courthouse annex. Yeah.
And that's a fairly painless process, right? I mean, you're not doing a lot of paperwork. You got to bring a photo ID.
You have to have an ID, photo ID, yes.
Okay, and then early voting starts again when?
October 17th.
October 17th. So now, Mylan, we're good at putting...
I just wanted one more thing. I point over here. They can't see her. Sarah was talking about the early voting, and we had a conversation about this the other day, is if you are going to turn 18 by the day of the election, let's say your birthday is October 25th,
Right.
You can still register to vote, but you have to have that paperwork done by October 8th. But don't think that, I turned 18 and the registration deadline has come and gone. You still can participate. They know that you're going to turn 18. So
You
prior
can finish
to the
the
election.
paperwork, and if you have photo ID that has your birthday
yeah.
before the actual election day.
Right. You'll be allowed to register and you'll vote on November election. So I just wanted to say that because she was talking about the 18-year-olds.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Good.
Good point.
Excellent. Now, I was going to say, Mylan, we can't have you on the show without putting you on the spot.
Alabama's going to win.
So Alabama is going to win, says the Alabama fan. Presidential election, it's close. It looks like it's kind of neck and neck within the margin of error.
It is close. I agree. It is close. Obama, if the election were today, I think President Obama would be reelected. But we also have, 50-something more days, and there's always this October surprise. I mean, think about it. Today, September 11th, who knew that was going to happen? Obviously, that changed things dramatically on a day like today. And I hope nothing ever like that happens again, of course. But who knows, some skeleton in someone's closet, something like that could happen in October and change things dramatically.
Yeah.
Well,
but as of right now,
Obama is leading in most national polls by anywhere from 3 to 5%.
Yeah, 3 or 4 points, something like that.
I've
In some cases more.
heard. But that in election talk, because polls are not necessarily always accurate, that is almost a dead heat.
Yeah.
So
in Florida, it's just very, very difficult to analyze it. It's basically one state, but there's 3 different states within that state. I mean, because you got the Panhandle, which tends to be very conservative. You got the central part from Daytona, Orlando to Tampa, on the I-4 corridor, they call it. It has a large population. Then you got Miami, and
So one last question, Mylan. What makes these key states? I mean, why isn't it, Tennessee's never mentioned as a key state? Is it?
We're basically a red state. We're one of the reddest states, if you will. So they take, if you will, for granted in a way that it's going to go Republican.
Okay. So most states, they have a pretty good idea which way it's going to fall.
Yeah.
And states like Ohio and Pennsylvania, North Carolina, Virginia, they're just not sure.
Because of their demographics, for the most part, I think. I mean, take like I said, Florida, for example. You get very conservative in the Panhandle area, and then you got more Democratic in the southern part. It just depends on who shows up in some cases, as we saw in 2000. With Ohio, you got the Cincinnati area, if you remember, somewhat conservative. Then you got the northern part. So it's basically one of those deals of who shows up to vote for those states.
It's like a PhD course in politics on this
there's
show.
people who make a living just analyzing this kind of data.
Well, clearly you do a great job, and I hope they pay you well at your firm.
Yeah.
For your political analysis.
Because we know that we don't.
Mylan, we thank you for coming on today.
Always
man.
a pleasure.
We appreciate you. Folks, stick around. We got the things that matter.
Yes.
And we'll close up the show after that. Stick with us. We'll be right back.
Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast in Cleveland, is the place to find quality pre-owned cars and trucks. Kyle offers on-the-spot financing on all vehicles on the lot. Each pre-owned vehicle goes through a complete inspection to make sure each car and truck meets the Kyle Motors standard. Warranty and extended warranties available on all vehicles. Kyle Motors will sell you a car or truck that you will be proud to drive for many years to come. See Tony, Bill, Dale, James, or David and let them put you in your next quality pre-owned vehicle. Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast. Phone 790-7100.
At Crawford Pharmacy, we offer custom compounding. Our pharmacists are known for their attention to detail and unique expertise. So visit us at 2260 Chambliss Avenue, Cleveland, Tennessee. For personal assistance, walk right in or come up to our convenient drive-thru. Crawford Pharmacy, serving our community one person at a time.
Has your disability application been denied? Are you frustrated with the administration's processing of your claim? Do you feel as though the administration simply does not understand why you cannot work? You're not alone. My name is Matthew Coleman, and I'm an attorney representative. I find that many of my clients share these concerns and others. As a representative, it's my job to communicate your claim to the administration in a language that they can understand. As an attorney, it's my duty to fight for the disability benefits that you deserve. Come talk to me. The Social Security Law Center at Logan Thompson, PC.
Featuring some of the South's most scenic views, the Mountain View Inn has been a landmark in the Cleveland community for over 40 years. Our executive guest quarters with flat screen TVs and excellent bedding will make any guest comfortable. Carrie's Restaurant is one of Cleveland's favorite, with one of the best buffets around.
Hello, and on behalf of the Hughes family, thank you for so many years of your business and your friendship.
Americana, where trucks are big and bold, and a handshake is firm, and your word is gold. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens is a $2,000 drive. Maybe you're coming from here or here, doesn't matter. Buying a truck from Don Ledford in Athens will save you at least $2,000 bucks. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens, a $2,000 drive worth making.
I'll take that drive every time.
So it's very representative.
Yeah, it makes me feel like getting out of bed, which I have done.
You've gotten out of bed?
I have.
You're not still in bed right now,
I'm
projecting
not.
yourself here? That's
That
good.
would
That's
be
good.
strange.
That's very
It's
strange.
like the conversation we just had that I'm clearly still in Cleveland.
You are
I haven't
here.
left.
I'm glad you're here, Sarah. Welcome back. Obviously, at this point in the show, we want to recognize that today is September 11th. It is the 11th anniversary of that tragic day. And it's not that we're trying to ignore it, but the role of this show is obviously not hard-hitting news or review.
No.
So we're here to lift you up in the morning, get ready for work. But we thought at this time it'd be great to take a moment, kind of reflect back. And you guys remember where you were that day 11 years ago? I mean, really, we're kind of sneaking up on the time. It was early morning.
It was 8 o'clock. I was getting ready to go to work when the first plane hit. It was 8:43 or whenever that hit. I was getting ready to go to work, and I saw somebody. I think somebody called me and said, "Hey, plane hit the Trade Center." I was thinking like a prop. Or something.
An accident. Something.
Just a propeller, boom, just kind of an accident, and then it was like lots of smoke and everything, and I didn't think anything of it. So then I went to work, and then when the second plane hit and it was a terrorist attack, it changed everything.
Yeah, the world changed.
I worked at a university, and in the student center of our university, it was packed. Students just packed, because we had a lot of students from New York.
Right.
And they were just packed.
What a day. Sarah, where were you at?
I was in 8th grade pre-algebra, and our teacher went out in the hall for a minute and came back in and told us what had happened. And a lot of us, I'd been to New York at that point, but I wasn't familiar with the Trade Center at all.
Right.
And obviously, like you said, didn't know about the significance of that moment. And then my next class was actually social studies or something. So he actually brought the TV in and showed us the second one.
Watching history as it was being made. It does pain me a little to know that you were in preschool at the time. I know, just a kid.
What about you? You at work or?
Yeah, I was very much like you. I was getting ready for work, and I had the Today Show on. I remember, big Katie Couric fan, by the way. I remember them announcing, and for whatever reason, it really caught my eye. I stood in front of the TV for a long time, and I actually was watching it as the second plane hit, and the camera angle they had was moments after, and you could see there was another big explosion. At that moment, you knew this is much different than an accident, because they were kind of trying to figure out what had happened at the time, information coming in.
Yeah.
So, and the whole world changed. It was
well, the impact for me was 6 months later. I went with the university. We went up to help out with some of the victims in New York. And there's a little church, I think it was St. Paul's Episcopal Church right there by Ground Zero. And that's where the overlook to Ground Zero was when they did that. And that church, the clock stopped on the church tower. The clock stopped when the first building fell. And they kept that time. It was after 9 o'clock or 9:03 or whatever it was. And they had turned that church into a hospice for workers who were working in Ground Zero. And so my group, we actually went and volunteered there. And we, got them food and cooked them meals and did some counseling and do a lot of things with them. But that was hugely impactful for me to actually see it happening, see the people who are working there and talking about the loss that they went through.
Wow.
Because they were still working there. 6 months later, they were working there to try to clean it up. And they were still finding people in the rubble, and they were still, dealing with the fact that their partner or their family member died. And so that was a pretty intense.
People still struggle with it today. So today at 12 noon, downtown Bradley County at the courthouse, they're having a vigil, a prayer, Cry Out America is what it's called. 12 noon. So I wanted to make that announcement at this point that that opportunity is there for all our viewers. If you're interested, go on over to the courthouse today a few minutes before 12. They've done this, I think, every year since 9/11. So it's a great event. So, but our job is to try and lift you up this morning. We wanted to recognize the date, but something that's always uplifting for us is Mr. Tolbert's section.
This may not matter quite as much as what we've talked about, but these things still do matter.
There you go.
And my name is Matt, and here we go. What color car do you drive?
It's red.
Oh, that's right. What color car do you drive?
White.
White. I'm silver. Mylon, what color car do you drive? Black. All right.
We have a good representation.
So we're in good shape. You, on the other hand, not so much. If you drive a car, you'll be blue when you read this. Red cars attract more bird droppings than any other color.
What? I think there is some.
I thought you were going to say car accidents.
It's true. More than 1,100 cars were analyzed over a 2-day period in a recent study. And at the end, 18% of the pooped on cars were red.
Wow.
You know what I find interesting about this story is that somebody paid to have a study done.
I know, right?
Color attraction.
I know. That's so important.
That's what's interesting. That being said, my truck, it's a truck, but my truck does seem to get an unnecessarily high level of driving.
There you go. It's because, I don't know, they're attracted to the red. It looks like the bullseye, and so that's where they're going.
Maybe.
You know who's in good shape? Silver or gray cars. Myself. Only 3%. 14% were blue, 11% were black, and 7% were white.
You're in great shape.
And I have a white car.
We're
so it's not
okay.
that noticeable
We're okay.
anymore.
Yeah, exactly. And green cars only got 1%. Actually, they're the best.
Really?
Off. Yeah, green.
Right.
They're not. I guess they don't like to poop on green. It looks like they're the tree leaves or whatever, and maybe
that's not true.
All right. Well.
Now I want them to analyze why that happened.
I know, right? Paul Krugman, who is a Nobel laureate economist, asserted, again, he's asserted this in the past, that the United States could benefit economically if the government began pouring money into an anti-ET defense in preparation for a possible alien invasion of Earth.
Well, okay. Couple thoughts here on this story. First off,
aliens exist. We have to say that.
No, I don't.
But they do. They exist, don't they?
I'm not sure they do. I'm not. Bigfoot exists. I think we've
all right. Well, all right.
that.
That's a known fact. That's a known fact. Chupacabra as well.
Right.
Known fact.
We have video evidence. Not so sure about the extraterrestrials. However, the problem with the story is there's a basic assumption that
they do exist.
That they're bad, though.
Oh.
It's an anti, didn't it?
Yeah. Well, just in case they invade Earth, I mean.
Well, I mean, like E.T. was a nice little fella. Mm-hmm. You know, in fact, he was healing people with the finger.
Yeah, but he was like a little one.
What?
The bigger ones, those are kind of mean, the bigger ones.
Well, yeah, I don't. It depends on if you're going by the Will Smith one, where
Yeah, exactly.
blow
That's
up
what I'm
the
going
Capitol.
by. Independence Day. That's what I'm saying. They're going to blow up the Capitol, and we need to defend against.
I
them.
think we should start an anti-discrimination group about
No,
people
listen,
discriminating
War of the
against
Worlds. War of the
what have
Worlds.
extraterrestrials really done to deserve this type of negative image?
press.
Didn't
Yeah.
you hear the radio broadcast of World of Worlds?
That was not
That's
real,
so
though.
good.
No, everyone knew it was real. Everyone believed it was real. Everybody thought it was real, and then they found out it was just a play. But the whole point about that is that when aliens do invade, they're going to destroy us, and so we need to be ready. I am all about this with Paul.
But I don't
King.
know if you can make the assumption they would. I think by assuming that, then they will want to destroy us. We're
Exactly.
giving them a
No,
reason
no,
to
no,
hate
no,
us.
Prematurely attack
Yes.
this culture that has
No, we're not saying that we're going to invade the alien space. We're just going to defend our own. That's all we're saying.
Superman was an alien.
We're just. Well, here's the thing.
Came down here to save the planet.
We
The
have
least
a
we could
missile,
say is thank
listen,
you.
we have a missile defense system. We just aim it up. That's all I'm saying. We don't aim it at Russia. We aim it up.
There we go. That would probably resolve some world tensions too.
You're not.
Good. They're not aiming
we
at
have
us.
to
They're
unite
aiming
the
at
whole
aliens.
world. If the aliens invade, we have to unite as a world. Don't you think?
Speaking of, we should get our political analysts back. It wasn't one of our candidates kind of originally one of the Republican Democrat candidates. He was kind of saying there was extraterrestrials. Some guy from Ohio, wasn't it? Is that?
I don't remember.
We should have elected that
Highland
guy.
face.
He probably would have been the best person.
There you go. It's probably-
Especially when the aliens invade Earth
It's
in
Gary
2 years.
Johnson of a libertarian group.
Just days after the federal government denied the existence of zombies.
See, now this story's already got a problem.
No. The city of Bangor, Maine, took the zombie apocalypse craze to a whole new level. Officials began preparing for the undead by running a day-long pandemic exercise that was really a lesson in city response.
Are you done with that one? I got a bunch of stuff on this one. I love that. First of all, I'm a zombie fan. I love my zombie movies. I've seen them all. I'm a big fan. I just enjoy this whole thing. FEMA, the Federal Organization for Emergency Response and Preparedness, just also released a thing called "Prepare for the Zombie Apocalypse."
Seriously?
And it's a joke, but it's talking about
But it's to get
disaster
people,
preparation.
Yeah,
That
and
if
it
you're
helps
ready,
with disaster. It helps if we do have a pandemic, which historically, the world, if you look historically, every
Flu,
100 years,
smallpox,
there is something
right.
massive. We haven't had one, at least not in our country, not one to that level. So we do need some sort of institutionalized,
What you're saying is
beaten
the
into our
zombies
head
are going to
preparation.
attack. Now, the preparedness you would make for a zombie attack is different for like a flood. I mean, don't
But
you
it's
think?
the same for like
you have to,
disease.
you have to stock up
Yeah.
on a lot of shotguns. You have
That's
to,
true.
right?
Look, my favorite zombie
You
land.
shoot them in the head.
They
they
those are
knock
good
off their
rules
head.
to
That's
live
what-
by.
that's
They
what-
actually do. They said know your way out.
Yeah,
Zombieland's one of the rules.
That's
know
a
your
very-
way
Know
out.
your way out. Have a shotgun. Shoot off their heads. That's what we're talking about.
Double
We're
tap
doing
where you
Don't let them bite you.
Yeah.
Because if
Which
they
is-
bite you, you become one.
If you think about that,
That's
if
a
we
good
do
rule.
have an epidemic, that's actually applicable. Don't get close to them.
I think
Keep
that's a
people
generally
away.
good rule.
You know,
anyways.
yeah, don't let people
Just don't
bite
let
you.
people bite you. So, anyways, I'm a runner.
Anti-biting.
And I'm training. I'm actually training for a marathon in January,
That's
and so I'm always looking for some fun 5Ks and obstacle course type of activities. There's a new one out called Run for Your Life, and you can sign up either as a runner or as a zombie. And if you're a runner, you wear flags like flag football, and the zombies get makeup and dress, and you run a 5K through the woods. And they literally have people out in the woods trying to take your flags. And so you're running, and you're just not running a 5K, listen to your music. You're running from your life, from the zombies.
This reminds me of an episode of Castle from last year.
That was a great episode.
That was a great episode where they were actually, a bunch of
Zombie
people
drug.
would dress up like zombies, and they'd have like this game that they would play where
Right.
they had to chase other people and catch them and turn them into zombies.
Last one.
Apparently, 100 emergency responders from 8 Maine counties responded to a weird scenario. Zombies originated in Jamaica and started biting people, and the outbreak reached Maine. That was the whole.
Okay.
That was the whole All right, this is a little on the disturbing side. I'm going to say it.
Oh, it's great.
There is a growing craze in dating. You're single. You might want to know
Yes,
this.
I'm listening.
Pheromone parties.
Oh no.
Pheromone parties. You sound like you've experienced
No,
that.
I've heard something about people producing pheromones now.
Apparently, you bring a worn T-shirt to the party and begin sniffing other people's T-shirts. The hope is you will find one of the
Somewhat really a
shirts.
pheromone, Max.
One of the
Literally
shirts.
here from the producers in the back, I hear an audible ooh.
The hope is you'll find one of the shirts to be attractive and then possibly find a date.
What do you think, Sarah? You're the single one on
Well,
the set.
okay, this is random. There was a boy that was in my youth group in high school, and we dated for a little bit, and he swore I had pheromones coming out of my forehead that were attractive.
Well, there you go.
There it is. That would not
Too bad
necessarily.
at home you don't have smell-o-vision.
I know.
You could determine for yourself.
Man, her forehead is really pungent right now.
Oh, pungent.
And I'm sitting right next to her. It's really getting a little overbearing.
No, I heard something recently though that they're making perfumes that contain pheromones, so that you're not only getting the scent from the, which is, I mean, there's scientific studies that there is something.
It doesn't matter that I might
attracted
think
to.
someone is attractive. It's that they have to smell attractive as well.
It's strange.
Okay.
Very normal.
Well,
My name is Matt, and those are the things that matter.
awesome. Nice work this week. Nice work. Well, folks, we're kind of wrapping up here. We got a couple events coming up this week, and we got to mention the big Florida-Tennessee game. So I'm gonna put you guys on the spot, make a prediction right here.
Oh,
Florida,
gosh.
Tennessee. Florida, they're both 2-0, I think. Florida's really struggled though. I mean, they have snuck by in 2 games. One against my alma mater, Bowling Green. Barely got by. So make a prediction. Florida, Tennessee.
Well, ever since living in Tennessee, I've decided to root for Florida, so I'm going to say Florida.
Nice,
Yeah,
nice.
it
I have to say
Tennesseans off.
Tennessee.
Tennessee.
I have to.
Yeah, you're from
Tennessee.
From
Maryville.
Knoxville, yeah.
And I'm a Tennessee fan now, so I'm gonna definitely go Tennessee.
I think they may actually have a chance this year.
I think so. I think the stars are aligned, and it's a possibility. So, 2 out of 3 of your hosts say, lay your bets now. Call your bookie, make a bet, because clearly Sarah and I are experts.
You know my motto.
I'm obviously experts.
Don't just bleed orange, bleed blue and orange.
Oh. I'd
Florida.
rather bleed orange and white.
Blue and
Blue
orange.
and orange? Oh, that's not good at all.
That wasn't good?
No. When you have
I'm
to
glaring.
explain,
I know. Well, that's
when
not.
you have to explain.
I
a
don't.
joke.
You know, most of the people out there understood. Just you didn't understand.
I'm not sure. I'm gonna give Allison's mom. Look at that shout out, Allison's mom. How you doing? Allison's mom a call and find out if she understood that, and I doubt she did.
I think she did.
So, folks, this week, look forward to Florida, Tennessee. Have a wonderful day out there. We want you to have a great day. Avoid zombies at all costs.
Yeah.
General rule: don't get bitten by anyone for any reason.
Wash your T-shirts.
Wash your T-shirts. And in all seriousness, prayers to all the families and impacted people in our country on this date, 11 years ago, September 11th. We salute you. We salute our soldiers and all our law enforcement, emergency responders. We thank you for what you do, both nationally and here locally. So everyone have a wonderful day, and we'll hopefully see you next time.